Hey everyone, it's Terry here, Terry Till. In today's video, I want to talk about 5 tips how to increase your Facebook friends list the smart way. Now, I'm going to be referring to a list I've got off camera, so excuse me if I keep glancing down because this is where I've got my notes. And these are going to be general tips and they're going to be useful, I think, not only for people who are starting, so newbies, but people who've already got a Facebook account and probably got quite a few friends on there already. But if you're starting, then obviously you can start with good habits as opposed to having to sort out probably a year or 2 years old Facebook account where you've got to really try and improve things. Because I'm talking really to people who use the Facebook list to talk about their interests, which in my case is internet marketing, business. So these are things that will relate to anything really, but really I'm geared up towards talking about, obviously internet marketing, internet businesses. So this is how to improve your Facebook list in that respect. So let's get straight into it and not witter on too long. So the first one is don't accept friend requests from people just because you have a lot of mutual friends. So you're going to get lots of friends requests, and even more so if you've got lots of mutual friends, because everybody will look at who the friends are and then request to be friends with you. So what you want to do is not automatically accept people just because they've sent you a friend request and just because you've got mutual friends. There are a lot more factors you want to take into account other than just the fact that you've got mutual friends, because just because you've got mutual friends doesn't mean it's going to be a good thing on your part to have them as a friend on your friends list. As I say, especially if you're doing internet marketing and you're trying to talk to people who are in business or self-employed or doing marketing or business generally, because other people might have friends on the friends list who are purely friends and have got no interest whatsoever in doing online businesses or internet marketing or whatever your particular interest is. So first one would be, don't just accept people just because they're are friends of your friends or you've got mutual friends. Next one would be, always check their profile thoroughly. Now this is a really big tip. So if somebody sends you a friend request, obviously go to their profile and look over their entire profile. I might mention some of the things later on, but this starts pretty much from the top down. So you're looking at the Facebook profile heading, any images, what they've got it down the left hand side in the bio about themselves. I always look at who the friends are as well. I look at all the comments, so have a thorough look and get an overall picture of what their Facebook profile is like, and there are going to be some tips that will come within that in the next few tips. So the next one would be, check, do they have a nice profile picture? And basically if they haven't, don't accept anybody who's not putting a picture of themselves on their profile or hiding the face. This also goes for where people have images of cars or dogs or anything other than the face. So it could be flashy, cartoony type things, anything at all. What you're looking for is somebody who has got a picture of themselves on the profile, hopefully fairly recently. People tend to put, when there was some of the ones I wouldn't accept, when there was like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or something like this. Well, that's all right to put in a post somewhere. This was when I was 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, but not as their main profile. So you want a pretty recent, up-to-date picture, or what looks up to date, because obviously you're only guessing. Yeah, fair enough. In the header they might have, like, I've got internet market or details like that, but something relates to what they do, and as I say, a profile picture clearly showing who the person is that you're looking as a prospective friend request to accept them. So if they haven't got a profile picture, pretty much no. If they've got anything other than profile pictures, again, pretty much no. I wouldn't accept it personally, and I suggest you don't. See if I can just scroll down my list. Bear with me. Check, are they actively providing content? And then I've got if as a note. If they're not, then they probably don't know what they're doing, or they're not very active on their account. And if they're not active on their account, they're not going to be active on your account. So you don't really want them as a friend if they're just a number. You're not. The whole purpose of having. Let's start again. The whole purpose, as far as I can see, of having a friends list on Facebook is to do with your activities. And in my case, I do internet marketing and affiliate marketing and anything to do pretty much around those businesses. So you want people who are showing on their profile they are interested in that particular avenue of interest. So into affiliate marketing, network marketing, businesses in general. You want people who are active. If they're not active, there's no point in having them. I'm not trying to build up a number. It's no good me having 5,000, the maximum on Facebook friends, and only 2 are active and all the rest are just a number. It's a pointless exercise. It's far better to have just 100 people who are active than 4,998 who are non-active. So the figure is irrelevant. That makes no difference. Better to have fewer active friends. And that's a term, friends, really, because you probably will become friends with them. I've become friends with lots of people who became so-called friends who I didn't know, and now they are friends, but they've all got a common interest, and as I say, with myself, it's affiliate marketing and business. So, but you do become friends, which is great. But as just going off the top subject there, but they've got to be active. If they're not active, then to be honest, there's no real point in having them because they're just a number. It's just a number adding up towards your 5,000 maximum. And sooner or later, if you get to your 5,000 maximum and a lot of them are inactive, then you can't accept new friends who might be active. So you do need to sort of weed through your number and, unfortunately, unfriend people who are not active. I don't mean for a week or so, but if they just never ever do anything ever, then to be honest, there's no real point in having them as a friend on your profile list of friends. So let me see if I can just scroll up a bit more. Check if they are engaged with other people's content. If not, they won't engage with you either. Well, that's pretty much what I just related to. Yeah, so obviously do a little bit of homework. So if they've asked to be your friend, see if they've got friends and if they sort of do posts on their friends' profile, Facebook profile. So they're active. Again, they're active. They're actually contributing content on their own profile, and they're actually providing content or doing posts on the friends' profile. So they are actually engaged with the people who are their friends. I know that's going to be a bit involved. You've got to do a little bit of homework, but it'll pay dividends in the long run, because sooner or later, if you don't do this, you're going to have, as I say, 5,000 people on your list of friends, and most of them will never, ever, probably ever do a post on your Facebook. So they're pretty much pointless having them. In fact, not pretty much, they are 100% pointless having them. So yeah, do a little bit of homework and see if they're actively involved in doing posts and putting contents on, and using Facebook for what it is. It's a means of socialising with other people, and that's why Facebook rewards you for socialising. So that's the whole essence of what Facebook and social sites are about. Next one, check if they are replying to the comments on their post. Again, if they're not, they won't reply to your comments either. Yeah, so if they're doing posts and they're getting comments, but they never answer the comments, well, they're not going to comment on yours. Or again, it's all to do with engagement. It's all to do with how actively are they being engaged with the people. They have friends, and if they become your friends, how actively they're going to be, hopefully, with you. And you know, if you do a post, they're going to do a post, an answer on your post. And you know, obviously, you should try and reciprocate and do answers on other people's posts. It does take a lot of time. See, this is why people have managers to look after the social networks, because it takes a lot of time, not only to originally build up all these friends, but to do the actual posts and answer posts and do a lot. In fact, I'll probably do a video about this, but the first hour of coming online, you're probably going to be, if not longer, you're going to be actively answering people's posts and going on to other people's posts to do your little contributions of answering their posts. So you're working on their profiles and you're doing posts and answers, and you're doing answers on your Facebook profile to people who responded to your post. So it's a lot of work really to make it work for you. I mean, it'll pay dividends. It really does work, but it takes a lot of effort. Yeah, you want people who are going to be doing the same as what you're prepared to do, and be really engaged. Replying to the comments. So that's pretty much it. Yeah. So we flew through those. So that was actually, I think there was about 6 tips there, and I've no doubt there's probably others I can do videos. But if I'll put those tips, I'll either put them below this video if you're watching YouTube, or put a link to my blog where you can see the list in full. And so you can obviously check again to just see what it's all about. But they will definitely help you to build a more actively engaged group of friends in your list, and that's what you want on your Facebook friends list and your profile. In fact, that's what you want on all social sites, because the sites all to do with socializing, doing posts, answering posts, you know, doing taking engagement, involving yourself. And people who don't are not contributing or helping you. And the same with yourself. You've got to try and answer other people, and you know, do answers on their posts as much as you can. It all takes a lot of time, but it's all worthwhile. So I hope those have been really of some help. It certainly will build your Facebook friends list in the right direction. And as I say, sooner or later you need to keep weeding out the ones who aren't active, and you know, unfriending them and keeping the non-active ones out. So as I say, I'll put the list either below, or a link to the list below this video on YouTube. And if you're interested and you're watching it on this video on Facebook, just put info, and I can always send you the link to my blog where the list is, or I'll actually put it in a comment on Facebook. So if you've enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up on YouTube, please. And if you think, oh yeah, good contents, then obviously subscribe. That would be great, because I try and bring out these videos pretty much every day, or as often as I can think of something that I think will be useful content and people will be interested in. And so, as I say, hope those have been useful, and see you in the next video.